Hello, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this New Constructs free member orientation video. The goal of the video today is to first and foremost give you an introduction to all of the resources in your membership section, your free membership section, as well as to help you get the greatest value based on your own personal circumstances. You might be an individual investor, you might be an active investor, or you might be a registered investment advisor looking for better ways to help manage your client's portfolio. The goal of this video is to show you what's in the free membership, how to get started, and get the greatest value out of it. So now, based on feedback discussed with our previous members, most members pursue returns using the tools in a simple three-step process. The first one is to dig into the investment research, to do a little bit of scanning for your favorite stocks, to ultimately pull up a report which will give you a stock pick. Each individual stock pick will be a buy or a sell recommendation, and we'll get into the actual ratings of that in a little bit more detail, but those are always the first two steps. After you create your free membership, you're going to go into the investment research, you're going to go pull up stock picks within the research, and then you're going to choose which stocks you want to put into your portfolio builder. So essentially what's going on as you integrate within your membership, it's going to keep you focused on buying high quality companies, and it's going to do that by providing access to institutional quality reports and easy to use tools so you can build and manage your portfolio. Now, what's very important there is finding stocks is one thing. Managing and building a portfolio, your model portfolio, is something different, and that's really where the rubber hits the road, and we could really help you, because the weekly updates to the ratings are really one of the biggest keys to building out that portfolio. So finding a stock is one thing, finding a stock that matches your criteria is another thing, but then managing that with the alerts in the portfolio builder is crucial to long-term success. All right, so within those three pieces, we have investment research. Now, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of pieces of information you need to sort through in order to find the hidden gems. Our company, our research, our reports do the work for you. So you simply need to let us know which area you're interested in, and we'll start to pull up that investment research for you. Next, we have the stock picks. Within each report of the investment research, we get into very specific recommendations. We get into very specific ratings of the individual stocks. And all of that is pulled out of my portfolio builder. So once you get in there, you're going to have immediate access to dig into the portfolio builder, scan for the stocks that are either your favorites or stocks that you might be considering buying, and ultimately get a rating. So what we're going to do now is we're going to teach you how to get involved with the software, with the reports, so you can get the greatest value, again, that applies to your individual circumstances. Everybody has different circumstances. Everybody has risk tolerance that's different. Today we're going to give you an idea of what successful investors know, what are the core principles of successful investing, and more importantly, how you can use that core knowledge in your free membership to pull up those same stocks. So the first thing is there's two pillars, as we define them, that good companies possess, real companies that have good cash flow. The first one is the strength of the business, and what you want to determine from there is what are the earnings of that business? Are they quality? And what is the return the company is earning on that invested capital? Next is the valuation. If you find a good company that has good earnings, good cash flow, now you want to find out is this stock underpriced based on the financial statement analysis? So in other words, if you dig into the fundamentals of the company, are you buying it at the right price? So does it have good future earnings potential based on the numbers you're seeing? And is the market pricing it at a number right now that makes sense for me to purchase it today? Because don't forget, as an investor, you're buying future earnings. You're not buying earnings from the past. It's one of the keys of what we do. It's called discounted cash flow analysis, which means they are forward-looking numbers. You're not looking in the rearview mirror. So essentially what happens is, as a free member, New Constructs does all of this work for you, gives you one of these ratings, and places the information on your dashboard in the form of a report of the stocks that you place in your portfolio builder. Okay, so let's get into the stock picks in just a little bit more detail. You can see that we have NTAP here, a NASDAQ stock. For those who don't know, NASDAQ stocks have 4 symbols or more. You can see that we have a very clear rating of what we feel the stock is. In this case, this is our highest rating, which is very attractive. We also have stocks on the other spectrum. This is going back to July. We had Netflix with a dangerous rating. Okay, so what is this actually giving you? Each report, each stock pick is giving you a logical reason and a clear decision to buy or sell. Now again, past performance doesn't mean anything. You have to make your own decisions based on your own resources and goals and experience. However, each report is roughly 6 to 8 pages and gives you a real reason based on the numbers for whether or not you should be a buyer or a short seller. So you can see here, a dangerous reading in this case here means it has more downside risk than upside potential. So just a key here, when you learn to minimize or eliminate dangerous stocks from your portfolio, you're immediately reducing the risk, which puts you in a better position to earn money in the long term. So this all starts from the portfolio builder, and this is a little better view of what it looks like. When you log in, you're going to type in your favorite stocks or stocks that maybe it's in an industry that you're fond of, and once that happens, you now start to pull up ratings. Okay, so once you start to scan, you pull up the ratings, and there's two things. You're going to first decide whether or not it's attractive, very attractive, neutral, dangerous, or very dangerous. Okay, so there's the list of where you're going to be looking at. If you like a stock and you want to keep it in your portfolio, you download the report, you print it out, you highlight it, and the first page will give you that rating that we just covered before, from very attractive to very dangerous. And a key here is to remember this. Basic investment strategy is to buy and hold the very attractive or attractive stocks or mutual funds or ETFs, and sell or reduce your positions in dangerous or very dangerous stocks. So again, here's the key. Focus on the stocks that you pull up in your My Portfolio that are attractive or very attractive, and you want to stay away from the stocks that are dangerous or very dangerous. There's a reason a stock is not performing well. You do not want to hope it turns around. Stick to the good sectors, stick to the leaders in those sectors, and that's where you're going to ultimately find the winners when you get in there and you start really accessing your free portfolio and your free membership. All right, so one question that we find a lot of people come up with is, which one is right for you? Are you somebody who should be looking at mutual funds or exchange-traded funds, or should you be looking at individual stock picks and building out your own portfolio? Well, there's really an answer to that requires understanding what a mutual fund or an ETF is in the first place. A fund is composed or has components of individual stocks, and those funds are professionally managed. So if you do not feel like you can manage the portfolio yourself or have the time, then you shouldn't spend a lot of time going over all the individual stocks. When you get in there into your free membership, you should be looking at funds that match the criteria of industries or sectors that you're familiar with, so you have conviction in the ideas. So I'm calling you out on it now. If you do not want to look at individual stocks, you should immediately, after you start your free membership, go into the fund section. All right, so exactly how do the ratings work? Well, every report comes with a detailed appendix showing exactly how our rating system works, so we leave nothing unknown. So New Constructs is all about transparency. There's no mystery to the way we calculate things. There's the two criteria that we just covered before, the quality of the business earnings and the valuation, and then there's 5 criteria within there that helps us come up with the overall rating. Now, you might be saying, well, how do I come up with all these numbers? Well, what makes New Constructs investment research and tools different? There's something very important that you need to know as you start to get involved, not only with the free membership, but you decide to upgrade yourself after you get familiar with how to use the software. We're the only investment research provider with an approved United States patent for a system and a method to analyze financial information. Now, we dig into the footnotes. That's the key. Okay, there's a lot of information, and there's supplementary notes explaining the accounting practices that go into the earnings. And we actually do all of that work for you, and we have a patent from the U.S. government that says this makes sense. All right, so if this stuff is new to you, we've actually taken it a step further, and we've created a user guide to how to make money investing in good companies. You want to get clarity on the strength of a business and the current valuation. The Investment Research Manifesto is a free book that you download that's a part of your membership. So essentially it teaches you how to use the tools within the membership site. So this is your user guide to understand the research report, which stocks to find, and then ultimately how to use the ratings that we showed you from very attractive to most attractive. From very attractive to very dangerous. All right, so what are some of the additional benefits of your free membership once you get started? Obviously, you have the portfolio starter. You're going to immediately start building your portfolio based on how to choose good companies. We just discussed that very quickly. Sector ratings, you get a best and worst list of the sectors. And as we said before, you want to pick the best stocks in the best sectors. So you start with the sectors and then you go and scan for stocks using the portfolio builder. And that's how legendary investing starts. We also discussed briefly mutual funds. If you don't want to go into individual stocks, we have a very clear rating system for mutual funds if you'd rather let other professional money managers take care of that for you. To take it a step further, we actually show proof of previous performance so you can gain conviction in the ratings, and we provide this every quarter to show you how the stocks that we have designated as most attractive or most dangerous have played out over the previous quarter. So what this basically means is you'll have a track record of results from the top picks that we're recommending so you can validate the ratings, which gives you more confidence to allocate money to the market. Each month we also have David Trainer, our CEO, get into the system itself, both on the blog as well as in the podcast and in the membership. David and his staff provide valuable lessons, case studies which help improve your conviction. All of this leads to helping you build and manage a model portfolio for yourself. And David actually has some really important things to say each month as well, and he puts together 10-minute podcasts, unique insights, analysis, and the whole truth. If you haven't heard David speak, he's very, very passionate about the diligence that his company puts into it, and you're going to see that just in the free membership section, which will pretty much lead right into you upgrading into gold or platinum, because once you understand how to use the tools, you understand the sheer amount of quality information that you're getting, you're going to want to search for more stocks than you have access to in your free membership. So last but not least, we have the ebook library. You can download, print, and highlight the key lessons. One of the lessons that we're really covering in a lot of detail right now that I think you'll find a tremendously interesting and valuable one is a legendary investing series, and how the legendary investors over the last 100 years made money, and what strategies they used, what key tactics they used, and more importantly, how did they pick stocks and how did they manage risk. So we really think you'd like the investment ebook library as well. So what are you going to do? How do you get started? So to start managing your free portfolio today, first thing you need to do is log in, create your free account, log in. After you log in, go into My Portfolio tool. You're going to input your favorite stocks so you can choose the stocks with the highest ratings. You will get from us weekly updates on the stocks that you put in your portfolio. When you log into the membership site, you're going to be exposed to new investment ideas, both in the podcast, both in different reports, both on protected content as a member of the website and the New Constructs community. So basically, to conclude, membership is free. You'll receive instant access. All we ask is for your first name and your email. We will never rent or sell your names. Your privacy is very, very important to us. We look forward to being a valuable resource in your journey to grow a profitable stock market portfolio. Get started today. It'll be an exciting journey we can take together.